Dímelo, Bo Dominican York. We got a part two. We got a part two, and we got some designers this time. So let's see what's popping. Got three, and then two that really are for me. But the first one is Stronger with You Intensely. This is a gift from my wife. Stronger with You Intensely. This is a gift from my wife, and I gotta say, this is a very, very beautiful scent. I enjoy it. I haven't smelled any of the other Stronger with Yous, but this one smells delicious. I'm not gonna bring up the notes right now or anything like that, but sheesh, that shit smells beautiful. Then we got a Zaro, the Most Wanted, and this is the EDP. This is the all black bottle. There's one that has an amber bottom, and there's different versions. But this is the Most Wanted, and it might be EDP Intense. The Most Wanted Intense. This one is actually really good. I've only worn it a handful of times, maybe 2-3 times at most. This is what I'm thinking about wearing tonight, being that the weather's going to get cold. And one that I haven't worn out yet, and I really want to, and I was kind of waiting for colder weather. I've been learning that maybe these very, very extra sweet, and this one is super sweet from what I remember, are a lot more tolerable in the cold weather because they can become a little cloying in the high heat. So maybe even the fall I can wear this more. In the spring I can wear this more, which I didn't bring it out, but let's test. Now I gotta get this coffee out of the way. All right, let's grab some test strips. And I got 2 honorable mentions here. These would be personal choices. I haven't worn either out, but this Bentley smells so dark and so weird at first. I need to live with it for a longer time. The Lalique I have lived with when I first got it. It is amazing stuff. But again, these are more personal choices, not to please anyone. Not to say that these other 3 aren't personal choices. They're just definitely more personal in the sense of, that I'm going to enjoy it way more than probably anybody else around me. So let's go and start with Stronger with You Intensely. You know what? I've been actually spraying a lot of this just for myself the last 3-4 days. My wife picked this one out for a reason. She really enjoys this scent, and so do I. This really blends with my DNA, if I'm not mistaken. I know that I have worn this. Oh, I did wear this out one time. I wore this to work before, and I remember coming home and still smelling it off my skin. Going to sleep for like 2 or 3 hours, and then waking up and still having it on my skin before I showered. Very lightly, but I could pick it up. And I've got the infused body cream coming for the Stronger with You Intensely. So that's going to be something that's really nice. This is going to be a scent that I'm going to really enjoy this winter, this fall and winter. I didn't use it this. We had a lot of hot days. Even yesterday, it hit almost 80 degrees. But it's sweet without being, I think, piercing. There's something definitely food-like. Not almond. There's some kind of nut or something in here. It's so good. Stronger with You Intensely is so good. All right, let's go with the Zaro, the Most Wanted. And I have worn this out. I've worn this one to work. So these are not going to be my first wear. I think I wore this in the summertime. So this is I think a year round. It's fresher than Stronger with You. Still sweet in its way. That is good. That is good. Azaro the Most Wanted Intense EDP. And then that was Stronger with You Intensely. That's also an EDP. And then last, we're going to go with an EDT. I forgot to mention that. So this is an Eau de Toilette. But I've heard that the performance in this one is not a slacker either, which we know that, EDTs such as Sauvage are not slackers. Ooh, good atomizer. This is my only Jean Paul Gaultier, right? JPG. I don't have any of the LeBeaus. Wow. I've worn this briefly around the house. This might be the sweetest and a bit more intense than Stronger with You. I really am intrigued by this one. I Scandal. Mm. This might be the one to see how this Eau de Toilette, this EDT, actually handles an 8-hour shift. I think we've got a winner. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Oh man, I wonder how this would play off my skin, because when I wore it, I didn't remember I was testing different things at the same time. Wow. Probably the most aromatic of the three. Actually, no, because a lot of people in the reviews have said that the Most Wanted really gets a lot of projection. Stronger with You is probably going to be the weakest projector of the three, if I'm guessing. I don't know that, so don't shoot me if I'm wrong. All right, so that's Scandal, EDT. Stronger with You. It smells different on this strip. It smells better off my body. The Most Wanted might be the most mass appealing of the three. I understand why. So if you're looking for the most mass appealing, it's going to be Azaro the Most Wanted. It is sweet, but not in the way that the Stronger with You or the Scandal handles it. It's sweet, and there must be some kind of ambroxan in here. Something chemical smelling that's not natural, right? This almost has a natural smell to it. Softer, even though it's intensely. So the EDT must be even softer than that. And then Scandal started with EDT. Everybody's in love with the Absolute right now. And then, of course, there's also an EDP. There's a black bottle, and then there's a gold bottle, or a goldish looking bottle. So the black bottle is the next step up. That should be the EDP. And then the step after that, which is what everybody is kind of leaning towards, is the Absolute. Scandal Absolute, which I need to sample. I need to get a sample of that. The Scandal is interesting to me. It might be the most piercingly sweet at first, but it's almost something that reminds me. So I didn't know this when I married my wife in 2008. I didn't know this when we were down there, but I had bought Gucci Pour Homme 2, or Gucci 2 Pour Homme, on 28th Street. It's like 28th Street and close to Herald Square and all that. But it was our first time in New York. I looked for that cologne so long, and I finally ended up buying it on eBay one time after I had that bottle. Such a beautiful scent. I barely remember it. If I smelled it, I would remember it. But it was kind of light and fresh and fruity. I don't know. It was weird. I know that I loved that fucking smell. That was what I was wearing. I killed the bottle, and then I had to find one, and I found one on eBay eventually that I was willing to pay that price for, whatever it was. I could have been so cheap. I was in that $20 market. Up until 4 months ago, I was a $20 man. Seriously. And I just found, well, I'm not going to go get it right now. I'll do another video. But I just found, when I cleaned up down here, underneath my shelf, I just found my Polo Red. Almost gone. Just maybe 10 milliliters left out of 3.4. And it's all scratched and dinged up. Oh, but you see, I can't stop smelling Scandal. There's something about Scandal that's really appealing to me, and I'm curious how EDT is gonna handle the night, because I have all the confidence in the world. I need to wear Encre Noir a la Extreme out, because I love this scent. It reminds me of Filosofia or yeah, this reminds me of a day 3 scent kind of, but obviously this came first. I need to spray this. This has a similarity to the Bentley. Now I'm gonna have to spray the Bentley and keep these all separate. Oh, I'm gonna need more testers because I'm going through these testers like water. But honestly, I enjoy smelling these. Now, when I put this Bentley on for the first time, I had to wash it off. This amps up whatever like Extreme has to a definite next level. Ooh, look. I didn't notice that before. It says Bentley fragrances. Oh man, something makes me want to try this one too. Honestly, it's probably something intoxicating about this Bentley for Men Intense. There is something intoxicating to my nose. It actually is more powerful off my skin because it was pumping. I had to shower. I knew that my wife and I'd gone to a fair with a family member, and oh, this is definitely different. This is cleaner and kind of the vetiver's green to me. Kind of its most plant-like form. Oh, that's so good. God, Malik, making this so difficult. So 5 fragrances. Really, the safest bet is Azzaro. It's the most mass appealing, I think, in my opinion, of these 5. Remember, I'm a one-man show, so I only got a few fragrances. Azzaro, the most wanted, intense, if I'm not mistaken, is probably going to be the most mass appealing out of this 5 fragrance lineup. Then Stronger with You intensely. And some people might reverse that. I think this is a little softer and smells a little more natural, where the Azzaro has a synthetic or a Broxin or something smell. Scandal. Ooh, I love this. Also a synthetic smell. Very sweet, very piercing in the beginning. But I think it's going to end up being kind of a very sweet, soft skin scent. I don't know. It's an EDT. Something I really need to wear this. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards that. But then when I put on, for a personal choice, something I love to smell all night, I like Strem, or even if I want to be that daring, there's something. What is it that's off-putting? What's like animalic, but it's not animal. I know it's got to be some kind of note. You guys in the chat would know because you guys can look this up right away. But this off skin, this pumps 10 times harder than I can smell it off the paper. Yeah. And maybe it's me. I actually, I moisturize, and maybe that's good or bad. I don't know, but I moisturize, shower often, and maybe some scents last long. So I don't know. But thank you guys for hanging out with your bro. This is part 2. I can go with Amir Alud, Ragba with Intense, Red Tobacco Intense, or with the Zaro, Strong With You Intensely, Scandal, Encre Noir Like Strem, or Bentley for Men Intense. So that's all the fragrances that I'm debating on. You guys have a blessed weekend. Peace.